So you want to get into real estate, specifically wholesaling, with absolutely no money. I'm going to show you guys how I got my first hot lead ever with no money at all. So when I first started wholesaling about 4 months ago, the first thing that I did was, I guess some people call it reverse wholesaling. A lot of people recommend not to start off like this, but in my opinion, I feel like it was the best way, because if you get deals, I mean, who are you going to sell them to if you don't have any buyers? So the first thing that I did was I built a solid list of maybe like 10 to 15 buyers before I started looking for any deals at all. Because if I got a deal locked up, who am I going to sell it to if I don't have any buyers? A lot of people preach, well, if it's a good deal, the buyers will come. That's not always true. You want to be safe and make sure that you have, at least 5 or 10 buyers built up on a list. Just get a solid little network built up before you start dipping into everything. So the way I was finding these buyers was, going on PropStream and pulling cash buyer lists, skip tracing, reaching out to them, Zillow. There's a lot of different ways to find buyers online. Join networking groups. Discord's a big one. I have my own community in the description below. Feel free to join. But there's other great communities that are much bigger than mine, that have a lot more interaction, to be completely honest. But mine still has some interaction. You could definitely find some buyers in there. But Reddit's also great. There's a lot of good communities on there where you can find cash buyers. A lot of these buyers are looking for wholesalers to work with because they want deals brought to them. They don't feel like going out here and look at it. It's hard for them to find deals, so they rather them just have wholesalers bring them to them. So it's pretty easy to work with investors. They're pretty easy to find. Facebook's another good one. I mean Facebook's all right. You can definitely find buyers on there, but I would screen your buyers a little more on Facebook, because there's a lot of fakes on there, and there's a lot of scammy shit on Facebook. These Facebook groups can be good, but certain ones are just full of bullshit and scams. So I would recommend to stay away from that type of thing. You really just got to learn to at what you're looking at. You know what I mean? Like what you're looking at, you need to learn to tell if it's authentic or not. There's a lot of people in there trying to sell you leads and this and that, but mainly the main way that I like to find buyers, in my opinion, I feel like is the most efficient way and the quickest way, is going and meeting them in person. Go Google, and there might not be anything like this near you depending on where you live. But for me, literally the first day I started wholesaling, the first day I was looking for local investor meetups and stuff like that, local real estate investing meetups. And I found one that was pretty close, probably like 30, 45 minutes away. Literally my second day of even doing anything with wholesaling, I found myself at a real estate investing meetup, public meetup. It was, like I said, probably like 30 minutes away from my house. But that's how I built that, initial list of buyers that got me started. I found a couple doing that PropStream stuff and groups and stuff like that. That kind of just comes as you go. But when you go to those meetings, as long as you're putting yourself out there, as long as you're talking to people, as long as you're, not being shy, and even if you are, I completely understand, because, it is kind of hard going to a meetup for the first time, and, all these people kind of know each other already, and you're kind of like the new guy. Most of the time, there'll be other people that are new too, but I definitely understand that it is hard to just walk up to random people and introduce yourself and start conversation. It is very hard for some people, and it was kind of difficult for me at first, but honestly, you just gotta say fuck it and just do it. I love you guys, and I want to be honest, and the way I can be honest is stop being a pussy. Just do it, because you need those buyers to get started, and you need to take action. So like I said, I found a couple doing the other methods, but once I hit that meetup, I damn near already had my entire list built up and ready to go, ready to start looking for leads and dishing them out to my buyers. So finding buyers in the way I just listed costs no money at all. It does depend, though. Like the meeting that I went to for the first time, and actually since I went to that meeting, my second day ever wholesaling, they host like a mainly meeting every single month. And since then, 4 months ago, back in November, I've been to every single meeting since then, and I meet new people every single time. Guys, go to these meetings. If there's multiple ones in your area, go to every single one of them, because listen, Your network is your biggest asset. Maybe not your biggest, but it is one of your biggest assets, and you want to build that network. Don't feel shy reaching out to people. Reach out and talk to as many people as you can. I don't even care if they're a front desk lady at the whatever. You never know, right? You want to talk to as many people, make connections with anybody you can. But yeah, like the meeting that I went to, it did cost, I think, like $30 to get in. But honestly, I think a lot of them are completely free to get in since they're just networking events. But I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. And I'm not trying to have this video like be clickbait or anything like that. It's really just to kind of reel you guys in and give you kind of the best advice you're going to get if you're trying to get into wholesaling and you don't really have any money yet. Don't get into wholesaling yet, because a lot of these other YouTubers, this is what my entire channel is about the realism of it and the real reality of going into a business like this. Yes, you can wholesale for complete, like it is possible to close deals without any money, but the chances very, 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 very slim. It's not even worth your time. If you want to go and try and wholesale with no money, be my guest. But I'm here to tell you, and I'm here to give you the brutal reality of it. Do not start wholesaling right now. If you're watching this video and you have no money to put towards the business, don't do it. Don't start yet. If you have a job or whatever you may be doing to keep yourself stable and help yourself survive, whatever income you have right now, what I want you to do is open up your LLC now. This is how you're going to get started in the business. Don't worry about finding buyers or none of that yet. You need money. I don't care what anybody else says. You need money. Like I said, yes, it is possible to start with no money, but the chances it's not worth your time. Damn it. Get some money. Like, for real, I want you to start your LLC. Get your LLC, get all that figured out. I think it's different in each state, so the process is kind of different. It also depends on what type of business you're going to be doing. But, for us, it's real estate. So start that LLC, open a business account, start flooding that account with money. Every single paycheck you get or whatever else you're doing, if you're doing, side jobs or making commission on something, every single sale you... That was weird. So I'm just sitting here editing the video now, and I've just seen that like the whole audio cut out for the next like 6 minutes of that clip, and I'm sitting here like, bro, are you kidding me right now? Like, I had no idea. So yeah, basically I'm just here to kind of like finish that clip. It's definitely not going to be no 6 minutes, but I'm just basically going to like filter everything down, and kind of what I was saying is basically once you get that business account, get a lump sum of money. I'd say at least $1,000, maybe a little less, who knows. Yeah, I'd say at least $1,000. That's your lump sum of money. Once you save that amount up, then you can start. Because everybody talks about wholesaling like it's a free business. You don't need any money to really do it, but you do. You do. The smart way to start wholesaling is to start doing it with money. And you need to invest in a lead generation software. You need to invest in however you're going to be marketing to your leads. You need to invest in other tools that are going to help you. Just there's so many things that come that are just unexpected that you don't think about when you didn't start. Also, you got to think about earnest money deposits, things like that. A lot of times, buyers will put them down for you or reimburse you for them. But how are they going to reimburse you if you don't have the money to put down? So yeah, just definitely make sure before you start you have a lump sum of money like that, because the real reason I'm telling you guys this is because that's the mistake I made. I was fooled by everybody else. I started with, like I said, I had money, but just not a lump sum like that to just go and throw into a business like this, and that's the mistake I made, because you need investment money and you need funds to put into this business in order to be successful. Trust me. So do it. So I know I took a very long time to get to the actual point of the video, which is how I found my first hot lead with no money. Kind of showing you guys that it is still possible, but it obviously fell through because I haven't closed anything yet. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, my first hot lead was kind of just a JV. It wasn't even my own lead, but it was something that I actually... So here's how it all went down. I think I'm going to put up some screenshots of the conversation here. maybe in a couple minutes, maybe now, I don't know. But basically, it was this property in Washington, D.C. I live in Maryland, so it was kind of far away, but, you know, anything to close that first deal, you know what I mean? But basically, I seen this dude post it, and after building a decent little buyer's list, this was probably like my first month of wholesaling. Um, I reached out to the guy and I was like, "Hey, man, if you're willing to JV on this, I might have a decent buyer for it." And he was like, "Okay, man, if you can find a buyer for this property, I'll give you 10K." See, and yeah, I mean, that just blew my mind. Like first month wholesaling, like holy shit, I can make $10,000 right now. And I didn't make the $10,000, but I did go and look at the property with a buyer. And it wasn't bad. I mean, the problem was there wasn't a JV agreement signed. That's what that was the whole thing. Because I went and walked the property with the buyer. The buyer was fully interested. And honestly, as soon as the buyer showed any interest at all, we should have had a JV agreement signed. He wasn't trying to do it. So, I mean, me being eager to close that first deal, I still went down and showed the buyer the property. I was honestly being really stupid because I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how that would work because I didn't let him come in contact with my buyer just because he could just close with the buyer at that point. But he didn't want to sign a JV agreement, so there wouldn't be any obligation to pay me a commission if there's nothing signed. But at the same time, he wouldn't be able to close with my buyer unless it was through me. So I would have forced him to sign an agreement like that. So either way, I don't really know how it was gonna go down if I did, you know, if the buyer did end up wanting to close on it, but we'll never know because I was super inexperienced. And yeah, I mean, at least I made the effort to go down there and look at the property. I literally walked through the property with the buyer within my first month of wholesaling. We honestly got there and I met the guy there. And I'm actually the same buyer I'm talking about now. I think I'm going to pop up on one of his podcasts about a week from now. I think next weekend. Next weekend, once this video is uploaded, 2 weekends from now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be pretty cool. His name's John. Chase is his partner. Some pretty nice guys. But basically, I walked the property with John. And I met him there. There was a lockbox on it. It was vacant. We couldn't get in. Like, he texted us the code, and it wasn't working. Like, with the lockbox would not open. So I'm sitting here panicking, like, holy shit, I have my buyer here. I can't get in the property. Like, what? Like, I'm flipping out. So I'm texting this guy. I'm, like, calling him. Like, bro, what is going on with your lockbox? I got the buyer here. Like, something needs to get... He's, like, telling me he's in Virginia, and he can't get down there right now. Like, the lockbox must have, like, got changed or something. And I'm thinking, like, oh my God, like, this is a disaster. So, basically, he was like, yeah, man, I'm in Virginia right now, but, you know, I can get down there in maybe like an hour or two and change the lockbox, and then you guys can get in. Thankfully, my buyer did agree to, like, me and my buyer went and grabbed lunch while we were waiting on the owner, or not the owner, the guy that had the property locked up, the other wholesaler. And we went and grabbed lunch, walked around DC a little bit. It was actually pretty nice. It's a pretty nice guy. He's probably like the buyer I'm closest to the most. Like, we're kind of almost friends at this point. But yeah, and we got lunch, and then we came back to the property right when the guy was pulling up. I didn't want him to come in contact with John because I didn't want him to go ahead and close with John anyways. So I'm sitting in the car, like, John's like, hey, man, you want to go get out and go meet the guy? I'm like, oh, no, we should just wait till he changes the lockbox. So we sit here and watch this guy change the lockbox. He changes it, get back in his car. He leaves. We get out the car. We go on the property. We walk through it. It was a good walkthrough. John was pretty interested in it. He actually wanted to go back and run numbers with Chase. And as he was doing that same night, we looked at it. This is actually like the night I went on like one of my first dates with my girlfriend, actually, and it kind of got ruined because I got a text from the other wholesaler, Arsham, I believe his name was. Hey, man, I closed on the property just a couple minutes ago with another buyer. Phew. I was pissed. But hey, I mean, every deal you lose is gonna you know, take a little toll on you. But you always got to realize you just got to be prepared for it, and that's another thing I'm here to prepare you guys for. This is another one of those things where this is a reality of the game and a reality of the business. Deals are gonna fall through. Like, once you get something under contract, do not get your hopes up. Do not get too excited. You want to get excited at that closing table, not when you get a contract signed, because deals fall through a lot of the time, and you will learn that in this game. So yeah, be prepared for that, and don't let it drag you down, because you will get that successful deal, and you will close, and you'll keep learning from your experiences, and then you'll just become a beast. So yeah. So one more thing I want to mention before I close this video out is Craigslist. If after watching this video you still want to start wholesaling with no money at all, make sure you're doing Craigslist, please, because I honestly feel like this is the method I can most confidently say that maybe you can find some deals off this without any money. Again, I mean, honestly, this is worth your time. What is 5 minutes out of every single day just uploading a Craigslist ad? Now look, you gotta be consistent with Craigslist ads. So my personal experience, I was doing Craigslist for probably like 2-3 months. I stopped doing it because, like, out of nowhere, like, I would post an ad and it just, like, wouldn't get like, it was so weird. Like, I would post an ad and it would tell me that it was, like, up in public and post it, but then I would go back and, like, view my account, and, like, all the new, like, ads I try to upload, like, just weren't there, and, like, not actually uploaded. So I was like, bro, like, it just really irritated me. So I just, like, completely stopped doing it. I might get back on it soon, but the thing is, you just have to be consistent, because the first month and a half I did it, absolutely nothing. I was uploading a Craigslist ad every single day for a month straight, and another 12-15 days, absolutely nothing. But then the other month and a half, I was actually getting a decent amount of calls off Craigslist, like people, like, calling me wanting to sell their house off Craigslist. Granted, none of those deals worked out. A lot of them were mobile homes. None of them worked out, but it's just a prime example of absolutely no money, like just straight Craigslist, and that those are hot leads right there coming down your pipeline off Craigslist. So, like I said, if you're still going to be doing wholesaling, if you're still going to start out wholesaling without any money, please do Craigslist, because I feel like that's the most efficient way to kind of try and get leads when you have no money. Other than that, I honestly just don't think it's worth your time, because Craigslist, I mean, that definitely is worth your time. I mean, if you don't have any money, what is 5 minutes out of each day posting a little ad on Craigslist, and then maybe one day not even worried about wholesaling. You're still trying to get that LLC up and going. You're still trying to get that business account up and going. You're still saving that money to start wholesaling. But, you know, on the side, 5 minutes each day, you're just uploading little Craigslist ads, not even worrying about it. And then one day you're cruising down this road with your girlfriend in the passenger seat. You get a call from a random number. Hi, I'm looking to sell my house. Not saying that's going to happen, but it will if you're consistent with it. I don't know how long you're going to have to do it, because it's different for everybody, but do it, because eventually you will get a call if you keep doing it. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you got this far in the video. I seriously, like, really, really, really do appreciate you. I don't even know what else I could say to really show that, but I mean, really, like, if you watch till this part in the video, much love, for real. But yeah, I mean, I hope this video was a good one. I'm still trying to kind of navigate, like, the whole YouTube social media type thing. It's definitely not my strong suit, but all I know is there's awareness that needs to be spread in this business, and there's a journey that needs to be shared, because these gurus aren't cutting it. You guys need more realistic content, and I'm here to share that. So yeah, this video will be uploaded this weekend on Sunday, and I'll get right back to working on another one for you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys next weekend, and yeah, keep me updated on your journeys. Comment, like, subscribe, like they all say. And I'm going to drop all my links in the description too. Discord, it's a free community with a bunch of opportunities laying in there. Cash buyers, other wholesalers to connect with, realtors, real estate agents, lenders, whatever, tools, anything. If you guys want to get started with SMS blasting, skip tracing, I got all the best softwares down below. Make sure to utilize them. Shit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.